don't know, I'm not big into the movies and music and that kind of thing, but they have the award show. Anybody like to watch those? Country Music Awards, Grammys? Anybody like to watch that? If you have a favorite artist or actress or actor that you like to follow, or you into movies or whatever, people like to watch that. I know Miss Donna, she in here. Her daughter sometimes gets to go to I think it's the Country Music Association Award. She's a chair filler. You ever heard of that? And when somebody gets up to go to the restroom, the things on TV, they don't want to show empty seats. That would look bad, so you get to go down and just sit in their seat while they're gone. So they've got to sit by, George Strait, some pretty big names or whatever. But it's a big deal, these award shows. Everybody likes the accolades and the recognition or whatever. And you might think about a time in your life when you had those recognitions. Something as simple as winning a ball game, that feels pretty good. Everybody's slapping you on the back. Hey, good game, you did a good job, whatever. At a sports banquet or something, you win, most hustle or whatever the award is. Hey, good job. We all like to be praised. But what if you're nobody? What if you don't, win an Oscar for some great movie that you're in? What if you don't plan a team that wins a championship? What if you don't make high honor roll? What about those people? Well, I would contend that there's more of those than there are the people who are winning the Oscars and the Heismans and the state championships and the ball games, whatever else it is. There's more of us that's just regular folks. And what about those folks? What about, everybody likes to be recognized, everybody likes to be on top, everybody likes to be praised. What if you're the average guy? It can be depressing, can it? What if you're trying your best to live the kind of life that God wants you to live, and what it gets you is anonymity? You ever think about that? And that's not too exciting to be a Christian. What if there were award shows at the end of every year, and you could, tune in and all the stuff that you've done, all the ways that you've been kind to people and gone back to your quiet life and done the things that God wanted. What if there were an award show, and you got to stand up and be recognized, I mean, everybody likes that, right? But it doesn't work that way, does it? You can live your whole life and people just not really take notice. It's kind of depressing, right? That's not exciting. That doesn't fire anybody up. Well, there's something beyond this life. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 5, so don't judge anyone now. The time for judging will be when the Lord comes. He will shine light on everything that is now hidden in darkness. He will make known the secret purposes of our heart. Then the praise each person should get will come from God. When I was in high school, my whole focus in life was to win a state championship. I thought that was the greatest thing. I thought that would be the greatest honor in the world. And I realize now how foolish that was. And even now, I know better, but I have certain goals and certain things that I think would be important. And that if I were to achieve those, it would be, overwhelming. It would be something that would just make me happy, and it would be good things. And there's nothing on this earth that would even compare to this verse. Then the praise each person should get will come from God. We were talking in our Bible class yesterday about God, the nature of God. And I can't really understand it or explain it. You can't be in God's presence. And we kind of thought that maybe it was some, for a very poor example, but if you think about the energy in a nuclear explosion, there's so much energy that if you're close enough, you vaporize. It's got to be similar. We can't be in the presence of God because of His power, His holiness, His energy, His unlimited, just sheer magnitude. We just can't be near Him in our current state because our little bodies, our brains are vaporized. We just can't, it's just energy and power, holiness. And we can't comprehend that and be around it. We've seen what that character looks like in human form through His Son, but the true nature of God, nobody's seen it. Because we can't see it. But there'll be a time when you will. And you'll stand before that ultimate, infinite power. And you'll get your praise. I can't believe there's anything, I can't believe the thought of anything on this earth would even cross your mind at that point. There won't be any thought about, well, that was good, almost as good as the time that I got recognized for that. It's not even the same thing. It's just, and I can't imagine God Himself searching our hearts, and can you imagine what it's going to be like if He says, hey, I'm proud of you. You did a good job on it. We have decisions every day. We make choices every day. And you know what? You may never get recognized for it. As a matter of fact, some of them get criticized for it. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get told. You're going to be misunderstood. What you try to do well and with a good heart, people are going to say, look at that. They're being selfish. They're being this. They're being that. And people are going to misunderstand those things. But that's just for a little while. God knows your heart. And if you're one of those that kind of scoots along and you've never been the one up on the podium and you don't have a big wall in your bedroom with all your awards and all those things, don't worry. Because if you're living your life in a way that God wants you to live it, your time's coming. And it'll be beyond anything that you can imagine. God's promised us that. That ought to give us encouragement. When we feel like we're the doormat sometimes, or you feel like people, constantly running ahead of you to get the spotlight. That's okay. Let them have it. It will pale in comparison. Because there will come a point when all of us will stand before an infinite God, and He will give you the praise that you deserve. That day's coming. And it depends on the little things that you do each day. Your heart, your attitude, those small things that you do that people don't even notice, that you do each day because you're just trying your best to be obedient. Those are the things that God judges. Not even the outcome, but the heart. He tells us that. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad none of us have to accomplish these huge, great things? He doesn't put these benchmarks on us and say, until you've done this or accomplished this, I'm not pleased with you. It's the simple things. It's just our heart. It's the way we respond to people. It's our attitude that we have. It's small things. That's what gets God's attention. And that's what you'll be praised for when the time comes. That gives me encouragement. And I hope if you're, like most of us, one of those that just kind of trods along and makes their mistakes, I hope that gives you encouragement.